Good morning or good evening. Welcome back, friends, to another Hades video. This one will be a little different. I've been feeling a little behind the curve, only buying the game about a month ago and seeing everyone setting world records for 55 heat. I've been slowly working the heat up, unlocking the Titan's blood, getting all of the different aspects unlocked, and trying them all out, seeing how I feel about the game, approaching it very methodically, and just feeling a little bit behind when you go to Reddit and you just see, oh, how do I do 32 heat? And you see a dozen people reply, and you're just like, I'm so far behind. I want to be one of the people that's talking at this high level strategy, like doing the hard stuff. That's where I like to sit, is like, not S plus tier crazy people popping off, setting world records, but I like to at least be in that realm of knowing what I'm talking about, and definitely not quite there yet. So yeah, was a little lost, and I just wanted to catch up to everybody. This weekend on Saturday, I just sat down, woke up, had my coffee, did my morning Monster Train or Slay the Spire run, little warm-up turn-based roguelike, and just popped into Hades and was looking into what I could do with that. So what I'm gonna do here is go into a lot of detail about what my approach was, my mindset going into it, like really over-explain what I was doing. And hopefully this will be very informative for people looking to attack 32 heat for the first time. And hopefully they don't make all the same mistakes that I did. I just sat down for 3 hours and I grinded it out. I really like the experience of improving at video games. It's like one of my favorite things to do in life is just get better at anything, and video games is the main thing that I work on improving in. And I learned kind of early on back in Warcraft 3 that the best way to improve is just really get into your failures and don't be afraid to attack them and like critically question every little thing that you did. It's really easy to, and I did this, just sit there and watch all of your successes, and you got your folder full of your replays of all of your wins, and you just want to like watch your highlights, like, oh, I got this pentakill or whatever, and it feels awesome, but you're not gonna get better doing that. And I learned back in Warcraft 3, just sit down, take all of your losses at the end of the day, and step through it step by step, and just like ask yourself, like, how did I mess up there? And it's really uncomfortable at first, but once you really get used to that, and especially once you see the returns on that investment, you almost get excited for looking at your failures, and you're just like, oh, I know I messed up in these games. How can I look at it and not make that mistake in the future? Once you get there, it's a really good place. Like you'll just improve every single game that you play. You have this methodology, how I'm gonna attack these problems and improve. So yeah, let's get right into it. Yeah, so the most important thing here doing a 32 heat run is the 32 heat. Where does it come from? In retrospect, looking at this when I was putting this together this morning, I realized that I made some subpar decisions here. However, a thing that I find very important when you're trying to improve is not change too many variables, and we'll see. We'll see in the next step what I was changing, which variables I was changing, and I very consciously made sure that I did not touch the Pact of Punishment. I just said, here's my first pass. This is what I'm going to go into this with, and we're gonna work on other variables. And now that I'm looking at this, I'm just like slightly cringing at some of these choices, but I didn't know. Like some of these packs are, it's the first time that I even tried any of them, because the highest that I had done before was 18, I think. So yeah, let's go through them and why I made those choices. So hard labor was just 20% more damage. It was just, I think I was just sneaking in points here and there. Like 20% more damage doesn't feel that bad. Um, it it came to bite me a couple of times. Like it definitely had some failures that, um, I just that 20% damage pushed it over the edge. However, you know, in a lot of cases, that 20% damage, it's not going to be the difference. You know, you're going to be using your Stubborn Defiance. You're going to be going into each room with 50 hit points anyway. Maybe you get one more hit or one less hit with the hard labor. But if you're already that close in the rooms and you're failing that much anyway, maybe you're not there anyway, right? Lasting consequences. I think this is just kind of a no-brainer. There's a lot of ways to get around the loss of healing, which I explored here. You know, with Dionysus or Aphrodite, you can kind of, or with Demeter, you can boost your healing and kind of counter lasting consequences. I think that's kind of a no-brainer to take. Convenience fee as well. Yeah, you're gonna buy fewer things in the shop, but you know, you get a few points. You get a few points without taking any more damage, which is just a win-win there. Did not take jury summons. I think that's kind of a scary one to take. It's just like a multiplier on all of the other ones. Like hard labor, you got 20% multiplied by the 20% more monsters. I think that's a really scary one. EM3, I think this was EM4 was definitely off the table. These runs were close enough. You know, those 4 more points. So this was my mindset going into it, was EM4 was off the table. However, I think I probably could have pulled it off, like, because that's 4 more points there. I could have dropped hard labor. I could have taken a point off lasting consequences, and maybe somewhere else I could have dropped the damage control. So maybe EM4 actually would have been smart. I'm not super experienced at the EM4 fight, so I left it on 3. That's somewhere that next time I might try tweaking. Calisthenics program, I think, turned out being a little scarier than I anticipated. I don't think I've ever used it before, and I thought, oh, 15% more HP, let's just do that. It's kind of almost like jury summons in the multiplier for like how long you're fighting monsters. My damage definitely felt very off. I think a lot of times, like, I thought I'm very used to how many hits it'll take to kill a monster, and Calisthenics program like maybe pushed that over the edge, and I took extra hits I didn't have to. Benefits package, I think, is kind of a no-brainer. Most of the benefits are no big deal. However, there's gonna be a lot of howevers here. There were some, the one where there's like the ghost like clones of the monster, that absolutely decimated me. The speed on top of forced overtime speed got terrifying. Like some monsters were just zipping around at warp speed. I didn't know what to do. But that's what I did. I think that's still a good choice. Middle management is totally fine. The extra monsters in a boss fight it ups the difficulty a little bit, but whatever. Underworld Customs, I think, is a no-brainer. It definitely screwed me in a couple times, but it was kind of whatever. Forced overtime, it didn't actually totally screw me. Like, it's just, you got to try to get an extra boon. It was no big deal. Forced overtime, this was my first time using it. It was okay. I had to adjust. I think my first couple failures were not being used to how fast those monsters were. Heightened security is an absolute no-brainer. You just have to play more carefully around traps. The urns get absolutely terrifying. I definitely took a ton of damage that I was not used to because of heightened security. That was just getting used to it. Damage control, a lot of people don't like damage control, and I understand why. Like, especially if you're using the rail and your special, it'll just like hard counter your special, and that, you know, that kind of sucks. But as long as you're like, you can put your special in the air, and as long as you can get 2 shots off your attack, then you're still going to get your damage. You just got to be more careful. I'm used to playing with it. I use damage control even in my 16 heat runs, so for me, that's fine. Approval process, I think, is a no-brainer, and I even think if you are willing to deal with the RNG, that double approval process might even be better for. You might have to do more runs because you could get some really bad builds, but you will end up with like I could have dropped hard labor, lasting consequences, especially like going from or like I can't tell if removing one here would be 2 or 3 heat, but like if I could find a way to drop from EM3 to 2, an easier heroes fight might like the heroes fight actually took me down a lot. I didn't realize how iffy I was in that heroes fight. Also, the Minotaur with forced overtimes, he gets a little scary. And then tight deadline, I think is no brainer. Tight deadline 3 would be interesting. I'm not practiced enough to be super confident with it, but if you were willing to like really push the speed there, I think tight deadline 3 could be a free 3 heat, and then you can drop a hard labor and the calisthenics program especially, and maybe even one of the other things, maybe heightened security, something like that. Like would be big. I don't remember if heightened security is one or how much heat it is, but yeah, like those are the kind of the variables that I was thinking about tweaking. So and however, like I said at the beginning, this is what I chose. I spent 5 minutes deciding, and then I just said, this is what I'm doing. Sticking with it, not gonna not gonna fiddle with this, because like my 3 hours would have turned into 4 hours if I fiddled with it every single time. So I made mistakes. I would tweak some things in the future, but I don't hate what I did. So that's the summary of the Pact of Punishment. All right. So lucky. So the idea going into this was I got really sick of not getting privilege status. So I just went with something super dependable. Dionysus, you gotta give it to us. Get Dionysus on the special, get Aphrodite or Demeter on the attack, and then we just always have privilege status. We don't have to worry about it. And then I went with a weapon that I'm very comfortable with, the Chaos Shield. We can use that to stack, stack Hangover as much as possible on our special, and we can just play very safe. Always can block things, and the damage is going to be lower. In retrospect, I should have taken Ares instead of Dionysus. In fact, I think I might try to do like a retro flash on this run and see if I can recreate it with Ares. We'll see that the damage is actually the biggest failure with this run. So we just we barely eke it out because of that. But other than that, it was pretty solid. Going in. So we got we got a little boost in damage there from our hammer. It was okay, not the perfect hammer, but we're happy with it. So we got a good chaos room here. We got a roll. We got more attack damage. Kind of a scary one because we take damage when specialing here. So we got 4 rooms where we can't use the main point of our build. So this was kind of a setback, and it makes it a little uncomfortable here, but it's worth it, I think. It's good practice for later, I guess. Pretty decent room. So we're already seeing, like, I'm a little gun shy after my my previous runs. Like, I just had 5 failures, and I'm just a little like playing really careful, stand back, and it pays off. But I think a little over careful, especially in Tartarus here. I just don't want to break another run. Like, look at these guys. Look at how many bombs are on the ground here. Absolutely insane. Like, I just started laughing here. I was going I was going a little nutty sitting here for 3 hours straight, and then I get this room with 1,000,000 bombs, and I just I'm swearing at the computer a lot here. It's probably good that I didn't turn on my camera.
Should be something useful here.
So Aphrodite, not perfect. And into the sneak. Definitely a tough rune. Very good Meg here, though. So Aphrodite turns out to be okay, but honestly, I probably would have preferred Ares or kind of almost any other god. She just like, yeah, Aphrodite, unless you're building around her, she's just not going to give you a ton for pushing like a really hard build. You know, to be fair, the weak effect probably saved the run, but I just feel like if I were doing more damage on my attack, it might have been better anyway. So it might not look like it, but I am taking some hits on purpose here so I can try to kill myself before I leave the room, I believe. Never mind. That was an absolute mistake. I'm going to leave that in. That I messed up. I should have... with all that damage I took, I should have thought about popping my Stubborn Defiance. But we'll see in Tartarus here. We have the instant privilege status in like the 4th room. We're feeling comfortable with our damage. Makes Tartarus really fast and smooth. Chaos Shield is just so comfortable. I'm a very big fan of it. Although when I'm playing Shield for easier runs just for fun, I usually use the Zag Shield just to try to get bigger single hit damage. I think Chaos is just for comfort. Or Zeus Shield for the memes. That one's just great. Oof, the lasers. Those lasers are rough. Yeah, and with the increased speed on the monsters, it feels like the laser hits faster too. Yep, taken dead. This one's on purpose, I promise. And when I was doing this, I was saying out loud how much health I would get back on popping the Stubborn Defiance. I would just say, okay, 48 health. That's what I'm getting back.
I can still fight.
A little less than 30%. Kind of mean of them. This trial was a calculated risk. I forget if it pays off, but the other room was just an absolute waste. And if we can get really good boons here, it'll help us later. And I think if you can stock up your boons early in a 32 heat run when you have to do underworld customs between zones, you know, you want to grab those dummy boons that you don't care about so you have something to sell. Oh yeah, this nightmare room. Enjoy the chaos. Like I was just like, what the hell am I doing? What am I doing here? What mistakes did I make in a past life to deserve this room? I got Artemis or Aphrodite hearts flying at me, super speed turbo witches spamming 8 million purple balls at me. That was on purpose. Life affirmation was actually really big. I said this beginning of the video, I think, but life affirmation and nourished soul, the boons like that are really, really nice for countering the lasting consequences. Demeter, not a ton that she can do for us here, but she can give us a boon that we can sell that we don't really care about selling, which is nice. If I'm smart here, I take the shop. So this is so in any normal run with this amount of gold, I might think of taking the shop, but in a normal run, I'd just say, you know, give me the Poseidon. We'll just load up on boons. We'll just, you know, rip it and try to make a fun build. But here, like, not taking damage. Like, if you see a shop, take a shop. even if you have 0 gold, unless unless you're somehow forced to not take that shop for some reason. I think that just free rooms are just so big when you're time crunched and health crunched. Like traditionally, I would never do that. Like if I had no gold. Pretty decent Meg fight here. Yeah, just felt really comfortable with the boons that I had. Meg, I think, you fight her the most. She's who I'm the most used to. Yeah, I think she only hits me. I get that second hit there at the end. Yeah, I think I only got hit twice during that whole fight, which is not bad.
No hard feelings. Titan blood.
The Rage Fury, she messes me up sometimes. I need to fight her more to get used to her. Tisiphone, I'm okay with. So what are we thinking? Is this where I grab... Do I go for Athena? Do I grab the Spear Point? Definitely not the money. I think I go Spear Point here. So, I've already seen 4 gods. So I can force a 5th with Athena, but then we have a very diluted pool with what we're gonna see. Whereas the Spear Point kind of gives us... So that the problem is we already had... Well, we had Mistral Dash. We were able to sell Mistral Dash. In retrospect, I should have checked if I could sell it and then grabbed Athena Keepsake, because then I could get the Divine Dash. But I was thinking... That's just like a learning experience right there. I learned it now. In retrospect, I should have checked if I could sell Mistral Dash, grab the Athena Keepsake, and then I could have a pretty good chance of getting Divine Dash. But what I was thinking at the time was, I have Mistral Dash, I'm not going to get Athena Dash, so let's kind of fake it with the Spear Point. And I think the Spear Point is... maybe people use it more than I am aware of, but I think it might be a little underutilized. Like, I get hit a lot by things shotgunning me. So, like witches, a witch spawns behind me and I get stunned by a shield guy and I get shotgunned by that, or the fun butterfly balls, or standing on magma. Accidentally standing on magma. I think the Spear Point, at least for my sloppier playstyle at the moment, has it really can cover up some of my weaknesses in my playstyle. So pretty comfortable room here with the Gorgons. Basically didn't take any damage at all. I like you basically always take Greatest Reflex. There's very few situations where that's not always the best choice with Hermes. Especially since so many weapons, as far as we know, don't, like, and all of the charge up weapons is bad influence 100%. So this is like, I definitely take it. Without, like, I didn't even remember, like, I remembered, like, Trippy Shot totally screwed me from using Boiling Blood in one of my earlier runs, and I was just, that wasn't gonna happen again. Like, this is like the learning experience for me. It was just like, make rules after every run like this, like, and yeah, when you get super experienced with the game, you want to you want to make the rules much more conditional and you can kind of be more fluid. But when you're just trying to learn and ramp up a certain difficulty level, I find that hard and fast rules are just the way to go. Like, yeah, like here, just like always take a shop. You see a shop, take a shop. You see Trippy Shot, you don't take Trippy Shot. You see Crystal Beam, you don't take Crystal Beam. Especially since I use Stygian Soul. I really like,
for my playstyle, I really like not picking picking the cast back up and just being able to comfortably reapply it to a single monster. I just use it for Boiling Blood application. So feeling pretty comfortable with the build here. Just moving on through Asphodel. Man, those jumpy guys, they are annoying. I hate the ones that I hate the most are the blue ones, the swipey guys. So here, these both suck. We just take the attack one. The attack does 10% attack speed. Those common boons are just whatever. Big bags of whatever.
Help keep me going.
Yeah, like look how fast that guy is. He's got the 20% move speed and then the armored foe 20% increased move speed. He's just mega turbo. But wait, our damage for Asphodel is pretty good. Nice, very clean room. Got 520 on the clock. Feeling pretty good. Aggressively pausing. All right, we took the shop over Demeter. I think I here in real life I took a little bit of a breather, and I just paused the game, walked away, bathroom, water, because like I was feeling really good about this run, and I just wanted to be physically and mentally ready for the back half of it. So we got Speedy Lernie, which is not too bad. It's better than super slammy Lernie. I believe the Blue Horns is the slammy one. That one can throw you for a loop. So damage there, nothing to write home about, but I'm happy with it. Really clean clear for hitting multiple heads at the same time. The spear point saving our butt a little bit in the lava. Nobody saw anything. Don't worry about it. Yeah, you can see my play is a lot more fluid here. I just the flow with the shield and the fists, just it really fits me. You know, it does mean I have to practice the other weapons more, but you know there is something to be said for just like what clicks with you and what you like. So I shield and fists are probably what I'm going to end up always having my best runs with. I like pressing a lot of buttons, you know. Do I Meg here? 342 on the clock. Decent. Nah, I don't think I Meg. Nope. Yep, good to save. I think good to save that Meg. I was already down to 3 because I used 1 on the sneak earlier, and that way we can use 1 on the either the butterfly ball or a Styx mini boss if we get a really bad one, or and the heroes and Hades. Daddy. Gotta hurt Daddy. So what am I thinking here? I mean, Spear Point's feeling good, man. Oh, Acorn. I'm sitting here like, oh, what can I do? Like going through my usual mindset. Like what different boons can I get? I want to like force different gods, and like, oh, I'm on 32 heat. This is hard. Acorn. You got to use the acorn for the heroes. The heroes, we have never beaten the heroes thus far. 5 failures with three of them on the heroes themselves. So, yeah, let's just 3 or even 4 of them. I think 4 of those runs. Or no, 3, because we had the really embarrassing one on the Gorgon. So here we're comfortable. I think we're comfortable with how many boons that we have. No, we're not. I take everything back. We're not comfortable. Past me was not comfortable. Future me is wrong. Or present me. Took way too much damage from those chariots. Super embarrassing. No reason to do that. Especially with the shield. So they are really funny. The AI for the chariots aggressively will follow, like as you're blocking, it'll aggressively try to get behind you, but you can just like keep spinning a little bit and just hit it, like just fly into it with your shield, and it'll stop it. There was no reason for me to get hit.
In the name of Hades.
Yeah, I mean, Passion Dash is okay. It's not a bad choice. In retrospect, I might have been better off taking that Chaos Room, but I didn't, especially with approval process. I was really nervous about, I have 3 rolls though. I was really nervous about being forced into a chaos boon that absolutely destroyed me. I've had runs just get bricked by not having move or dash speed when I get to the heroes on EM 3 or 4. So I was just really nervous about that. I wanted to play it safe. I just said, give me more gold, give me more boons. I just want to get this over with.
No way.
And a lot of gold. It pays dividends. I didn't do that on purpose at all. A lot of gold. It just like it gives you so much more flexibility and choice as you move forward in your run. I think in my typical runs I tend to undervalue it because I just like kind of going with the flow. Dionysus Aid, I usually don't like it that much, but you see purple even in 32 heat. You want that purple. You get blinded.
This heat, it reminds me of when I was young.
I suppose you're about to put that Lernie.
I am.
Get a custom voice line here. High heat Asterius. I didn't turn towards him. There felt kind of like BS. I guess I didn't turn, but I would assume that the angle might just be like a very small cone that like goes towards the tip of the arrow. I don't know exactly what it is off the character, but I would have assumed it's like 90 degrees in the front. But it feels like it might just be like 45. little fun ring around the rosy there. So I really like doing that with the shield to play safe. Is you can wait for him to, you can charge up your shield when he gets close, and then as you're flying, even while he's spinning, you can fly past him and the hits won't hit you in the back. That was like a happy accident discovery. Yeah, a lot of times I'm trying to charge up my shield and I just get, I feel like I'm blocking in the right direction, but I should do like a frame by frame or something. I don't know, man.
Cheers for the fight.
Let's go though.
By Aphrodite.
Getting excited. And oh, low tolerance. Let's go. So this is first duo boon or legendary that I've seen in 3 hours of grinding this out. So I saw low tolerance. I got Dionysus on my special. I got Dionysus Call. we're feeling good. We're thinking, okay, damage starting to ramp up. We're able to maybe make this run pretty good. I think I'm strongly considering taking another little water break, take a little breather. Whenever you're doing something really hard. I wasn't like StarCraft 2 Master League ladder anxiety or anything, but I was definitely like just feeling a little exhausted and a little tense. I was yelling at the computer a lot. I was just yelling at the screen, like the BS rooms that are just filled with garbage mobs. I'm just so frustrated. We get super lucky here though, like no mega bad rooms, luckily. Yeah, I need to get better at my chariot management. So gotta get that skill, put it on my resume. Good at managing. All right, so yeah, dashing flight, pretty good. I didn't really notice too much out of it, but it was. I think it made a difference. And then here we go. We see baby boy Patty saving the run, guaranteeing the run. If we fail now, we're never gonna pull it off. At least that's this, if anything, just puts a little bit more pressure on me, because I'm just like, the game threw me almost everything I asked for. Athena dash is probably the one big change I would do here, but you get 15 encounters, max health basically off your sudden defiance or your stubborn defiance. He is the run saver. So now we're feeling really good. Easy witch room. Everything is casual. Getting hit by stupid balls because we're just overconfident, doing stupid things. But it doesn't matter because we just pop our stubborn defiance after the end of the room, and we're actually at higher health than we were going into the room. So yeah, playing a little fast and loose here. Alright. So that was stupid. That was a mistake. Took the heart before popping the stubborn defiance. So here we're feeling... I remember we're feeling a little too confident here. So I remember what I was thinking. I was scared of the trial a little bit, but Poseidon is super tame. He's one of the least scary trials in my opinion. And Dionysus is okay. And I was just thinking, let's get as many trash boons as possible so we don't have to sell anything we care about going into Styx. And it ends up paying off. It is the right choice. We had 590 gold. Getting more gold in a different room is kind of whatever. Poseidon is not scary at all. His little dinky waves. Those used to hit me a lot, actually. I used to think those waves were scary, but they're really nothing. I think he's possibly the easiest one. Trying to get the damage out. Come on. I should pop my stubborn defiance from one of those arrows before I kill the last guy, and I did not. And we don't get a boon that we can sell. This kind of sucks, actually. Sunken treasure is whatever. It's fine. We'll take it. But we can't sell sunken treasure, and so yeah, we don't take it. Yep, bloodshot. So we want something that we want to sell. So I can actually still pop my stubborn defiance from one of those bombs. I feel like I might not though. Yep, that's a mistake. Big mistake. Because I would have had like 180 health if I popped it. Tidal dash has really screwed me in a lot of runs. It's ruined a lot of runs for me. I think it's okay here. Yeah, it's okay here because
Power of the gods.
we're going into fights where, so like exactly here is where I would take title dash, because you're not going to knock back bosses, so the heroes in Hades are fine, and knocking back in the Styx fights in those small rooms is crazy good. But I think in Elysium I have had runs get bricked just because, you know, if I'm using the shield or the sword or something, I'm dashing and I'm trying to hit the monster and they're just like getting hit away and I'm getting hit in the back, and it feels really bad, you know, if you're not built entirely for it. So that's when title dash is a thing that's in the back of my head, is like a, you know, it's got like a little warning sign in my head. You know, think about this decision. You might brick your run. Yep, so this fight is going very, very cleanly. As I say it, I get hit twice for no good reason. But overall, like that was really good management of Asterius, I think. But yeah, like the damage, especially the early damage off of the Meg, was really, really clean. We're keeping them together. We're phasing them at similar times. Stacking the AoE on top of both of them. It's not a crazy good run, but like I even purposely took that hit to pop my Stubborn Defiance right before I kill both of them. Yeah, really, really clean fight compared to. I mean, this is literally my first successful fight in 3 hours against them. But like just the improvement of playing a build that you're comfortable with versus trying to do something a little out of your comfort zone that people have recommended. That's the difference there.
Champion now.
Shade didn't want to give me daps.
You're tempted to see to
You know,
problem.
he saw me fail one too many times. I had to earn his respect back. Later Swift Strike, easily. So normally titled earlier in the run, I probably would have sold Title Dash. Because a little bit faster tech is more comfortable. You can dash around, etc. But their Title Dash is actually incredible in Styx, and we just want as much damage as possible when we get to Hades. And especially if we get, you know, if we get Rupture, or if we get any of the knockback boons, then it's even better for Title Dash. Yeah, it just decimates these rooms. It's great.
Not yet.
God.
I think it's almost like the, you know, it's the you know, the typical story narrative structure where it's like, you know, you got your little mountain of like rising tension, you know, a little bit of a resolution, and then you go to like the climax of like, this is the most fun, this is, or like, you know, this is the crazy fight at the end of the movie. You know, this is Iron Man versus whatever the enemy in the movie that he's fighting is. And it feels like Styx is that climax of like, okay, I'm going into this tiny room and I'm just destroying a million monsters at once and it feels awesome. And then you get to Tiny Vermin and it's just like falling, and it feels terrible. Then you get to Hades, and depending if it's EM3 or 4, might not feel too good either. Yeah, I feel like the Styx rooms are, like, especially the small rooms, they throw you a little bone, and they're just like, give you that taste of feeling the power of your build.
I'm back.
Right after I say that, I'm barely hitting these rats. But it's okay.
I can't. Can't do that.
It's nice and clean.
Fastest
Oh, we get the 2-sack with the last room in the game, exclusive access. Awesome. So positive outlook. So we see all right, actually. We're just like, what are these gonna do? Let's hit it with the reroll.
I'd like to see more
So
offense.
we re-roll and premium vintage, we'll take it. So no plus 20 max health. Pay very close attention to that number.
Good stuff. Enough of this place.
One Satasac coming right up.
I can use this.
20% more damage on our attack. Real nice. Super lucky palm there.
I owe you one, boy.
It is bribery.
Hate to keep you from your parchment work.
It is a testament to the awful might of Demeter that even with the surge of heat created by the Pact of...
The Pact did make the road here a little more fraught than usual, but if it couldn't stop me...
Forget her and the plan.
Angsty dad. He's more angsty than me. Jeez. Nice, real clean. So that's a thing that I try to do a lot. That it just gets me, it burns me. I've been trying to study this fight, just watching really good players do this fight. It is one of my weak points. You know, it's the thing that you do the least, right? Is fight Hades, and I've been studying just better players and like when they go in, when they don't go in, and it's paying dividends. So like one thing I try to do here is when he does his spear dash, it seems he has a very short cooldown there, and he attacks again very quickly. So I tried to hit him with one attack and immediately start charging my shield, so I can block this really quick swing afterwards. I try to do it a little too over-optimized, and it bites me a lot. I didn't know which direction to block there. I get hit by a couple skulls, which is no bueno. Thought I would, so like I remember I thought I blocked that. Yep, it's like I'm trying to start the charge. Something that's, I just don't have that timing down. But here we're like little pitter patter in the heart.
We'll chat later, okay?
Like, am I finally going to ascend and be a real Hades player? Get my 32 heat done? I'm like getting retro nervous watching it, even though I know you and I both know the result of this. Come on, phase him, phase him, phase him! Don't get hit. Okay.
Let's finish this.
You truly dare? No.
All right, good. Laser damage phase. Let's go. Almost got hit there for no reason. Good block on the sculpt. Trying to charge my attack. Trying to over-optimize it. Trying to just sneak in as much damage as possible. Yeah, I'm like nervous and sloppy here. I was below him, pointed left instead of to his right, pointed left. Yep, those urns are terrifying. They will instantly end my run. Good block. Good blocks. I love blocking the laser there. Yep. I tried to sneak in too many attacks. I didn't wait for him to telegraph anything. Yep, just lots and lots of super sloppy hits there. So now I'm just like Are you kidding me? Like, what am I doing wrong? I'm taking hits for no reason. Come on, slow down. Slow down. Yeah, right in the middle of all those urns. Took that hit. No good. 20 health. Just, oh my god. Literally saved by premium vintage.
Edge against me then.
That's what saved the run.
I could have
So,
you.
not the cleanest run, not the sexiest run, but we did it.
In the name of Hades.
Feels good. Yep, I did 32 heat, not super clean, did it with the shield. Next goal, I think, is do it with every single weapon. And then goal on top of that would be doing it with every single aspect. But you know, those are stretch goals on top of what what I've already done. I have some really fun ideas for the next Hades video. I want to start a series that I think it has some potential to be super entertaining. So you know, definitely subscribe and be ready for some really crazy stuff. I'm just like giddy thinking about making these videos. It's gonna be something really different. So yeah, like you know, comment below and let me know what you think it's gonna be, because it's gonna be out there. You know, definitely hit me up with some wacky ideas that you think might be fun to watch. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and hopefully you learned something, and I hope I can help you take down your first 32 heat. You know, we're all still trying to learn and grow, and you know, get better and you know, help each other you know, accomplish, you know, within the world of video games, accomplish things that feel good to us. So you know, if you have any questions about what you could do, or what you would maybe do differently trying to do 32 heat, let me know. And if you have any advice for me for improving, I'm always interested in learning as well. So you know, hit the video with a like if you liked it, and hope to catch you guys later. Thanks.